Welcome back, Hunters. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Monster Hunter Wilds, where today I think all we have left in the story for where we are right now might actually be going after Arkveld again. Before I do go to that, though, I am going to get a bit of food in us, just that way we are fully prepared and ready with, like, full health. I'm currently in the full Guardian Rathlos set, and I decided to take the Doshigama light bowgun again to work with. It feels like for the light bowguns, they are too clunky for really being able to get the most out of their pierce and spread shot types. I haven't tried elemental to see how it goes, but the recoils on spread and pierce, because we can't really negate them, they just feel like they leave you too vulnerable and exposed without giving enough damage in, like, return for it. So instead of, like, getting flopped and thrown around, like, having to be basically wiping ourselves up off the floor, I think I've just found the normal to be the best bowgun ammo type for us to use. I kind of feel like for the light bowgun, with all the time we've had with it, it feels like they tried to make it sort of a combo weapon with, like, using the chaser shots after your regular shots, but because you get locked into, like, a very long, you have to kneel down, take the shots, get up, and go again, it comes off as really broken feeling. It doesn't feel smooth and fluid as, like, you would expect a combo type weapon style to feel like. So, yeah, I'm gonna grill another meal just to get that in. We'll go for that. I think I will go for the Defender, just so that way we do have something extra there. And maybe we'll go increase attack when wet. I don't actually even know how it registers wet, but I guess we'll just go for a medic meal and have that. That should get us good for a while ahead. But yeah, the light bowgun, it felt weird in the demo playing. I kind of put that down more so, though, to my computer didn't have the right frame rates to really feel how smooth it was supposed to be. But even playing with, like, NVIDIA GeForce Now and having the frame rate super smooth and everything, it still comes across as, like, it doesn't feel fluid. It feels like there is, like, one gear kind of turns, but then it's clashing with another gear's teeth, so it's like a clunk, 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 instead of just, like, a smooth, constant flow. It's weird. It's kind of weird to describe. Maybe it comes across a little more in, like, gameplay, or hopefully in the videos, as, like, things are going on.
Are you ready to go look for Arkveld?
Let's head out.
Me too.
Yes, let's see if we can find Arkveld and where...
I think Arkveld is just like any other monster now?
Not sure. It's too soon to say.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. Like, is the Guardian...
But that's why we're going. To find out.
Are they, like, adapting to just become natural, or...
Let's go finish what we started.
Right.
I am curious to see how it's going to play out with that, because, like... I was almost wondering if there's a way, because of how old Wyveria is, could the monsters all in the Forbidden Lands have actually started as Guardians, and then they just, like, became natural?
I've been thinking a lot about the Keepers and the Guardians. The wyvern milk kept the Guardians asleep in their cocoons, chained up. But the Keepers have been changed too, by the duty we've upheld for 1,000 years. And Arkveld came and broke it all apart. But it freed itself with its own strength. It even learned to eat. It didn't care how it was created. It just wanted to be free, to live. This journey has made me something more. I've seen vast sands, lush forests, people, life. Arkveld and I are the same.
I mean, there is actually something to that merit he's talking about there. Yes, it did attack the Keepers, but the thing is, that's all Arkveld has really done. It hasn't attacked any of the other villages or people out and about. It's kind of just been, like, establishing itself in the ecosystem, going after, like, the apexes and such.
Anyone else is getting that funny feeling?
So, I'm not really sure, like, where would take us with Arkveld? Is, like, Arkveld losing its Guardian status and becoming just, like, natural? Wait, blood? Oh, that's a lot of blood everywhere, then.
hole.
Wonder if we're getting closer to, like, the Dragontorch in the heart of Wyveria. Ooh. Are they covered in...
Some rotting. Some fresh. Did it... all of them?
Is it just killing for the sake of it now?
Why?
This isn't predatory behavior. It's destructive. We can't let this go on.
There's no other way.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry. Arkveld has become a threat to the continued existence of this ecosystem. It must be put down.
No! Please. Please!
Nata.
If anyone should be angry, it's me. And I hate that it happened. But this is the first thing it ever got to decide for itself. To be free. To live strong. Please. Don't do this. I'm begging you.
It can't control itself.
The path we must take is clear.
For the continued preservation of this ecosystem, the Guild authorizes you to slay the Guardian Arkveld.
Acknowledged.
No, please! There has to be another way! It finally got its chance to live!
See, I kind of wish there was more of, like, something happened to make it go more destructive path. Like, with how powerful Arkveld has become, I can kind of see the case of, yeah, it's just exerting complete domination because it doesn't have, like, a natural balance to keep itself in. Like, it doesn't have a natural hunger, so would it ever feel full? Or would it just be constantly eating?
Arkveld's lost control. It's gone berserk. Don't let your guard down.
Well, let's see what you can do. I was able to best you in the demo, although that was only just a capture and I didn't have the best gear for it. That hurt a fair bit. And there is also some, like, when we get knocked down, one thing that, looking up online, it actually seems like the intention might be, as you get knocked down, you're meant to call your secret in to help you a lot more. Like, it's almost supposed to be sort of like how the wire bugs were in Rise. Where you'd be using them to get you up and evade from, like, follow-up attacks, but it feels, like, kind of awkward to do in Wilds. There we go. But yeah, that's where we're playing. I like the music too. That's pretty good. But anyway, for playing, like, you're seeing how I'm able to evade and sidestep and everything. You wouldn't be able to do that with the spread and the pierce shots. It feels like for how Wilds wants you to be more dynamic, those shot types just don't give you the option to. Now, if you had a way of, like, getting the monster knocked down more steadily and often, then I can kind of see, okay, yeah, maybe those shot types have more of a thing. But they're more like a primary means of fighting. Okay, no, you're running off. Okay, let's keep going. I want to try to get the next adhesive ammo put into it. Oh, let's... Okay, just investigate that. Oh, what are... Oh, you're feasting right on the Guardian inside the cocoon. Oh, that's not what it's been using before. Yeah, so it's using dragon elements. Ow. Yeah, see, like, almost like that, it really feels like you're meant to call the Sacred to be ready for a pickup rather than you just get up well on your own. And let's see about getting a few wounds made up on it. Okay, there's one there. So you can get one on the tail, too. And the head. Oh, okay, maybe not. Another wound destroyed. Although we're just getting a lot of Guardian pieces. Nothing that seems like specific to Arkveld. Ooh, that was quite a bit. Alright, gotta be careful at tail. I remember that from the demo. That one would get me a lot. Oh, there's another wound destroyed. Okay, it's on the move again. Let's see, it did drop something around here. There we go. Glowing Chainblade Shard. Gives us a heavy slicing pod, so we'll try to put that to use. I also do I'm hoping maybe once we get into, like, higher rank, or high rank for the game, I'll get slicing ammo I can use in the light bow gun. Because, like, I can't get any tail cuts with this, so it's basically... I wonder if that's a way of, like, forcing you to have to be using multiple weapons for a hunt is... You want all part breaks you can get. You're going to be denied what you've had in, like, previous titles for, like, some of the weapons. There we go, another wound. See if I can get another good adhesive ammo shot to the, Ow. Ooh. Thank you, Runa. Oh, out of the way. Yeah, I can't have much health left. But it is using a lot of these blasts now. Ow, shoot. Just need to get a good opening. Not a lot of wounds are opening up, so I think we might have, like, gotten most of the ones that will be made on them. And it's hard to get these shots off, too. Okay, at least this one I should be able to charge and get. Ah, come on. I know there's a wound in there I want to try hitting, but... Ow. Come on. There we go. Not exactly the explosive finish I wanted, but that did take it out. That's Guardian Arkveld. Yeah, just a lot of Guardian pieces again. And then Arkveld isn't actually an Elder Dragon because you can use traps on it, so I guess it's just like an extinct flying wyvern, or at least the Guardian version is. But with that was Arkveld taken down. We'll see where the story goes from here. As we got, yeah, just all Guardian pieces, so it's not quite what I was expecting. And that's that for now. 4 new titles. We didn't get a Hunter rank increase. That makes me wonder, we might not be done quite yet. Or at least story-wise.
Why did Arkveld come here? Obviously. Good question. This is where the Dragontorch is supposed to be, right? We already know that Arkveld was drawn to powerful sources of elemental energy it could harvest.
And this was the mother lode?
No, because
Maybe, despite feeding, it still had impulses as a guardian.
I don't know. It doesn't.
Either way, I guess we'll never know. Wyveria's energy source. In a way, it's the very heart of this land's ecosystem.
So why is it eating all the guardian creatures rather than tapping into
I
that?
go to the Dragontorch. It's the last piece of the puzzle. What Arkveld was after. I need to know.
Let's look for a way forward.
Hey, over here!
Ooh.
Look.
Broken pieces? Oh.
That's gotta be it, right? But something's taken it over.
It can't be. A guardian.
Big, too.
What? The Dragontorch? Taken over by...
Whatever that thing possessing it was, had looked ready to awaken at any moment.
What is it?
It is Xochitl. Wyveria created it as their final line of defense.
This is the very guardian that doomed the capital.
Ooh.
We
Okay.
thought it fell dormant. But if it's been drawing energy directly from the Dragontorch the whole time...
Is that why the seasons have been out of whack a bit?
Checked. Surely there's some way to deal with it.
Without exception, a guardian cut off from its energy supply will die. If we put a stop to the Dragontorch, Xochitl will perish too.
But the entire Eastlands are sustained by the energy from the Dragontorch. If we stop it,
It would affect all life in this region as we know it. Tell me how we can stop the Dragontorch.
Nata's pendant. As part of our deep knowledge of this energy, we possess a substance to counteract it. Nata's pendant is an extremely concentrated mass of that countervailing power. It was his father's role to stop the Dragontorch in a time of crisis.
So we gotta throw that into the torch?
So that's the trick.
Let's calm down. Nata, that pendant is a memento from your father. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
Unleash its power. And this land will be wiped out. The Keepers know the Torch and Guardians better than anyone. Advice would be welcome.
Us? Our forefathers knew little. As for us, we know as much as you. Simple observers have no right to decide the fate of the world.
Even so, someone has to. My vote is to save as many lives as possible. We must stop the Dragontorch.
Whoa, hold on. After we investigate. We don't have all the information.
You're idiots to throw it away. The world will never see such innovation again.
Says the man who has seen what these menaces are capable of. Or shall we wait for the worst?
Then let me study it, see how it works. Then do what you want. Easy.
Easy's no word to just throw around. This will destroy their natural order. Their society will be completely uprooted.
But at least they won't be dead.
That may be true. But the comparison's not that simple. Seriously, like what right do we even have? We can't just march in as outsiders and decide.
Right. But we're running out of time. The lives involved take priority. It'll be my sword to fall on, and I will. I can take the pendant.
I'll do it. I'll stop the Dragontorch.
Nata.
It's what my father would have wanted. This is my role.
I admire your resolve. Are you sure?
Olivia, let us take it from here.
We'll go with him. You're okay with that?
Call on me if I'm needed. I'll be ready.
Nata,
Tashin, wait here for me.
my boy.
I'll be okay. I'm a keeper too.
She knew. She goddamn knew with that look. And if the stupid helmet wasn't covering my eyes, maybe that seemed to be a little more impactful, but I think all we have left is to carry on. Oh, now we're into Hunter rank 7. New titles, that's there.
Hunter,
Yeah, let's talk to Nata and see about this, but it is interesting. If the Dragontorch stops, would that stop, like, the seasons from happening, or...
If we don't stop the Dragontorch, Xochitl will awaken, right?
From the sounds of it, yeah.
Terrifying things might happen. This is my job as a keeper. It's what I'm supposed to do. Will you come with me and help me do it?
Of course. Let's go.
Thanks.
So this is actually... Xochitl is what well, basically doomed Wyveria, but... So did it get shut down and, like, has been in recovery state, or... And if it has been absorbing the Dragontorch energy, shouldn't that have affected more of the weather systems? They wouldn't have happened, or...
Arkveld, the Guardians, the Dragontorch, and now... Wyveria's secret weapon.
I miss napping on the sandship deck.
That pack of Balahara was terrifying.
Nona really had a scare.
You were so cool, though. I was afraid of you at first. Could I really trust a stranger who could cut down monsters like that to get me home? I really knew nothing then. I didn't know that sand could be as thick as fog. Never seen someone laugh like Nona during the season of plenty. I'm sorry for not listening when we found Raydao.
The red water? Triple gangers?
A fire spring was so exciting.
Humans, Mudwoods, monsters, we're just trying our best. The Guardians too, especially them.
Mm-hmm.
Before meeting you all, I really didn't know anything.
Nata.
It's time the Keepers see their mission through.
Down into the depths again. The only question is, how do we stop, like, the Dragontorch? It doesn't look like it's... Unless it's like...
Won't take much to wake it up. The Dragontorch. To think that little pendant can stop it.
We don't have to do this. There's one other option.
Hunter, are you sure? Right. It's worth a shot, isn't it?
Yeah, let's do it!
Leave this to me.
Watch, Nata. This is what hunters do.
Time to do our job. Ooh.
By my own order.
Zoshia.
I will slay Zoshia.
That...
Let's do this!
Yeah, let's use the lucky voucher to get as much rewards as we can, and this is a really interesting design for a monster. Like, I wasn't sure what to make of it while I was inside, like, its cocoon thing there. It actually reminds me of... Ooh. Okay, we are able to knock parts. So, there is something more hidden underneath it. Looks like we're just, like, almost chipping away, ow, parts of it right now. Reminds me of, like, Shara... Actually, yeah, Shara Ishvalda is, like, one that really comes to mind.
Its crystals are regenerating. We need to attack them before that happens.
So what is underneath... Uh-oh. Okay, got through to destroy that. But yeah, what do you look like underneath all of the, ow, crystals? That was a complete miss. Yeah. Ow. Okay, it uses a lot of these wide-hitting... Oh, come on, get up. Again, it feels like the hunter or the player character. You get knocked down once, you're in these really long cooldown times when you can actually like get up and do inputs. And that does not help with a fight like this where it's really large areas that are affected by its attacks.
Wheels inbound.
Like, there's gotta be a way to permanently break or destroy the head. So that way it can't keep crystallizing. Although it actually looks like maybe the way to dealing with it... Uh-oh. Whoa! What the hell? And it can fire blast. This is new. This is very new. So, is it because we did enough damage that... whatever this head is... Oh, it's... It looks really malformed now. Oh, there we go.
Now's our chance.
Ow. Although, actually, it didn't do as much damage as I thought it would, but... Nope, there we go. Another wound destroyed. Yeah, the head looks completely malformed under there, so I wonder if it's... the case of, like, all the energy is, like... Nope. Is it just the head that'll be like that, or if I break more parts, will we see more of it change like that? It's just so weird, but definitely unnatural.
Not good.
Uh-oh. Oh boy, I think I want to hide and cover for now. Yeah, it's definitely changed up. What the? Ow. I was talking about how I like the ecology focus. This is... doesn't feel Monster Hunter. Ow. This feels like Final Fantasy kind of stuff, and really out there for design and just everything in general about this. I don't know if, like, maybe there's another layer of the actual monster underneath this, or what's going on. Well, there's another wound destroyed. I guess I don't know if I should keep trying to attack. Oh. No, it crystallized back up. And now it's gone again. There we go, another wound destroyed. It really does not sound like it's doing okay, though. Like, it sounds in constant pain as we're fighting. But god dang it, the music doesn't go hard. Nope, crap. It reminds me of Fatalis from World a lot, actually. Like, heavy firepower. All of the, infernos that it's doing. Oh, is this?
There's no way.
Oh boy. We got another phase, I think. So is this the real? And I think it's now moving to possibly dragon. There we go. But got lucky there. Ow. Yeah, White Fatalis? That, because I played Generations Ultimate not too long ago, that reminds me a lot of like how White Fatalis's stuff goes out. Like just the direct line. And I'm actually, yeah, I'm hit by Thunderblight. I thought that was maybe the Dragon Lightning, but Nope. Oh, crap, crap, crap. I think that's my... I gotta get out of here, because I think it's doing another one of the Infernos.
On my way there.
Ow. God, really does fling us back a fair ways. Ooh, careful. Well, it's given a last stand if it is getting close to that. Yeah, just right across. That just so much is White Fatalis to me from Generations Ultimate. Yep, there's that. I don't know where else I'd really have to break, so I think I'm just going to worry about trying to pump in some shots. Ooh, that was it. Now there's Zoshia. Yeah, it does not feel Monster Hunter. Like, Guardians, ooh, you could kind of fit into the scheme of things, but not this. This feels completely out of the realm of like how the game is and the monster designs and such. It went from being like Monster Hunter Wilds to new wilderness never seen in catalog before to we're now fighting artificial monsters and like less wild. It's parts of the story I've really liked, but towards some of the other parts, it's not sure how to feel about it. But I think that has to be our story conclusion, because I don't know where else it would go from there. So, Guardian Blood. Yeah, all I've gotten is a lot of, like, Guardian stuff. I don't know if I've actually gotten any specific things for these. Or, like, Arkveld and this one. Well, we'll take those. 4 new titles. And that should also mean the Dragontorch doesn't have to be stopped. So, everything should flow more proper?
Tashin! Tashin!
My boy! Against all odds, you found another way. You hunters are incredible. You chose a path that we never could.
machine. We can choose. Arkveld chose too. It found its own way to live. So did the other Guardians. And now, it's time for the Keepers to step away from duty and truly live. Thank you for everything.
And there's credits rolling. So I guess, yeah, the Dragontorch without Zoshia, the energy, maybe the energy is able to flow more freely, and I don't know, I still kind of wish there was a little bit more, like, involvement of, like, something's thrown things out of whack, and they're not exactly sure, and it kind of traces more back to the Dragontorch, because it does feel like Arkveld rightfully did take a lot of the focus for, like, what was it up to, but again, the story, probably the best Monster Hunter story. Well, actually, hang on. Sunbreak's story was pretty good too, but Wilds, I do like the incorporation of more of, like, the locals, how almost, like, isolated and completely cut off the Forbidden Lands and their people were. But when it comes to, like, the monster pacing for the fights and how the game flowed, I feel like this was actually one of the weaker iterations of it. Like, to have had each of the apexes, like Rei Dao, Uthduna, and Udra and that, they don't feel like they were at the tier they were supposed to be. It almost felt like there should have been a few more monsters before these ones, and then builds up. It's felt weird. But it does look like, I mean, the Frost Shard clip. Oh, there's Rove. Yeah, it does feel like there's a little bit more spark around areas. I don't know what that'll mean or entail, but and there's a lot of questions like, so Zoshia was what brought Ruin to Wyveria. Is that because it was too strong and it wiped them all out, or it was able to do something with the Dragontorch and, like, it was beaten back or used too much energy? The design of it looks like almost, say, too much energy, like, twisted and mutated it. It's like, it was not natural looking. Like, even Arkveld, as weird as its design was, it didn't feel like it had anything mutated or warped like it was, but for Zoshia, I don't know. But yeah, with all of these snows cleared off of here now, this does make me think Zoshia absorbing the energy from the Dragontorch had some more effect on the full Forbidden Lands. I just wish, again, it was a little more communicated that there'd be something out. Like, you hear about the Sand Tide, but it starts more active, or the Fire Spring. It feels like everything was still going cyclical, and there wasn't a big issue of the Dragontorch until Arkveld basically went nuts. And it's like, we still don't know, why did Arkveld exactly go nuts? Could it have been something, the Dragontorch energy that was fueling or supplying the Guardians for their hibernation or stasis wars wearing off? And it was more they were forced to awaken because they had to find another spot? And we also don't know, like, was Arkveld going to have to, like, try to claim the Dragontorch energy and fight for it, or was it... There's a lot of questions that I don't know came through all that well kind of towards the end. Like, it kind of feels like the narrative, I'd probably say up to the point where we do have the introduction of, like, the Guardian creatures, the Guardian monsters, is pretty solid. You're trying to follow this clue and trail of a unique monster to find this hidden village of people that you don't know what their role is, where they are, etc. But once you throw into the Guardian stuff, as much as there's that interesting bit of world building, I also kind of feel like it skews a lot as well. And, like, again, Arkveld going from, okay, we've seen it's going around place to place absorbing energy. Why was it absorbing the energy, though? Is it to empower it to have fought against Zoshia or something else? I don't know. It doesn't seem brought up. And, like, for it to start feeding like it was, why did it start feeding? If it doesn't need to, did it just choose to? Or, like, did something else feel... Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't kind of feel like it was explained, or I don't know if I'm getting the full gist of it through, like, now the story's over. I still, like, comparing this entry to, like, say, World, I do think Wilds does have a better story than Base World did. Like, they still do kind of have this twist at the end monster to fight. Like, in World, you had Xeno'jiiva. In Wilds, you have Zoshia. And, like, there is a lot of parallels between the two, both in, like, these crystalline sort of hibernation states, a lot of very high energy being used and such. But, yeah, it's like all the black coloration that comes out from Zoshia. And it's using fire and lightning. I don't know if it actually used dragon or not. I thought maybe it was because of the color of the lightning, but I think we were getting hit with Thunderblight, so I don't think so. But I can't say definitively either for it. But it does... Actually, yeah, I guess Xeno'jiiva is a really good parallel, because its big wings... I can't remember if it uses its wings as, like, forelimbs to sort of like, say, Gormagala and Shagaru did. And... that. But overall, I love the return to the ecological focus for Monster Hunter. Like, Rise and Sunbreak, they're fun games to play, but they kind of left me a little more wanting what Worlds had started on. Like, I do love Monster Hunter series, but I do think the peak was the ecology focus. Having this world that feels alive, you see so many creatures in it. The creatures also don't immediately go aggressive at you. You can, like, watch behaviors and it feels like it's in nature or, like, natural around you is a really great feeling for a game like this. I doubt it'll carry over, like, if they do sort of have where they went, like, okay, here's big console release, here's, like, a side release, and then another big entry, and then a side release. I don't know if a side release coming out will have, like, ecology to it again or not, or it'll be more like Rise and Sunbreak, where it's, like, focused more into combat battle mode. I kind of hope they don't do that, just so that way it does feel like there's more to enjoy. Or, like, there's more beyond just the monster fights and the world to take in. But with Wilds, eventually there's going to be, I mean, for sure, I think there's going to be DLC expansion like Iceborne or Sunbreak. When we'll see it, I don't know, and what it might entail, I have no idea either. I don't know if maybe as we keep playing Wilds and we get towards, like, I think it's going to be high rank ahead, if there'll be, like, some hints or teasers to that. But it was quite a showing. And it does kind of make you... Yeah, I don't know where they could take the story. It almost feels like... The only thing I could guess is with the Dragontorch now fully relit, maybe the energy will resume going back to a whole new biome that was, like, sealed off or something. And that'll introduce a whole new iteration and go through. I don't really know. But I guess it kind of goes to show, too, how I did enjoy it enough to want to see more in Theorycraft and hypothesize more with it. I can see probably having a bit of a mixed reception. it does feel kind of weird that his anger just, like, spikes up for against Rei Dao there, where I feel like we should have seen it maybe against the Doshagama when they were attacking Kunafa. Because I could kind of see the thing of, like, okay, he's scared, he's nervous and that, and sure, the Doshagama or such do scare him, but when he sees them, like, threatening the other villagers or they're in danger, that kind of changes his fear to hate and kind of brings it out more there. It kind of feels like there's a lot of just almost, I'd say, emotional manipulation in this, where it's like, some stuff should have been built up a little bit deeper to have these connections and ties, and it's just like, it gives you the end of it with not enough feeling behind it. So that's like, Nada with Rei Dao wanting to grab your weapon to fight it or throw a rock. There was with Gemma and the kid from Azuz with getting the oil. They had, like, I don't even know if they interacted before that point, and then you have, like, the hug fest there that just, it felt weird. At least towards the end there with Tashin, you kind of see how much Tashin cares for Nott and is really worried about him in that, but yeah, I don't know. I like they tried to go more with the story, but I feel like a little bit more monsters could have padded out some of these more, like, emptier spots and given more emotional depth to events. But that's the credits over, so we'll see what we have here. I also don't know how it'll go forward, too. If it'll be, like, free hunting, or there will be specific things to do. Oh.
So they found the Keeper's village, and unraveled the mystery of the White Wraith. They even managed to see the boy home safe. Truly impressive. However, to learn that it was artificial life...
The Guardian Arkveld scoured the land for a more lucrative energy source.
Okay, here might be some
By
answers.
the properties of those sources, it was able to achieve a higher state of living.
Unfortunately, after learning predation, it became unable to control its intake of wyvern milk. Intoxicated by the surplus of energy, it descended into madness. These were the findings of the expedition?
Yes, sir. But this report has just come in.
Do report already.
Wyveria's ultimate guardian, Zoshia, awoke from its resting place. It fed off the Dragontorch, the heart of the Forbidden Lands ecosystem, to evolve itself. And by doing so, threw the weather of the surrounding regions into disarray.
But it, well, I mean, kind of in disarray, but not really.
Long-term repercussions. Avis Unit made the agonizing decision to put Zoshia to rest.
Okay, well, I guess GeForce now has a way of trying to boot you out if you're not still playing or put inputs in. But it wasn't an agonizing decision, though.
Just as Alma said, that hunter is something else.
Sir, if I may, why do you think the people of Wyveria created the Guardians? For what purpose would they endanger themselves with monsters like Zoshia?
I dare not dishonor them with conjecture.
The details require finesse, but it seems the door is open to diplomatic overtures between East and West. The Guild, I know, is eager to open communications with the Forbidden Lands.
No. We will hold off. Should that branch be extended, it must be from them. More importantly, this Dragontorch, was it? Uncontrollable energy, upon which an entire ecosystem depends. They intend to continue their research on it, and the artificial monsters.
While it's safe for now, the Dragontorch and Guardians are in a precarious balance. there are worries surrounding its artificial nature.
With good reason.
My take is this. Both mankind and their creations play a role in the ecosystem. If nothing else, nature will always surpass humanity's expectations. This expedition was not seen through without flaw. But so long as there are hunters, we can handle whatever may come.
I mean, I like the sentiment behind it. But I am surprised that we do have, like, such a interesting post-credits scene.
Hunter! Is it true?
Come on.
So I guess we've got an apprentice hunter now. An egg?
It's Arkveld's.
So, guardian Arkveld egg, or...
Always finds a way. From one generation to the next.
Now, one thing I will admit I quite like about that is for Wild Story is it feels like an encompassed and closed story. Like, there might be more to go along for it, but it does feel, like, contained and completed. So what I think I'll do is we will end this episode here, and I do want to do another episode ahead, just to see...
Did you have a good rest?
Yeah, we're up to Hunter rank 8 now, which is good.
While you were sleeping, Olivia has returned too.
Okay.
Say we stop by the command tent when we get the chance.
Yeah. We'll do just that. For now, though, we are just going to end things off for what has been the climactic finish to Monster Hunter Wild Story. It's had some ups and downs to it. I still have a few points of confusion with it, but overall, I did have fun with Wilds, and I think it is a very good story to include for the Monster Hunter series going forward. It does sound like performance issues for the game have definitely had an impact for, like, the reviews of it, but using GeForce now, it has been pretty steady there, so I've enjoyed it. I hope you guys have liked the story too, and again, I'm going to try maybe one more week, just see if there's, like, an actual story, or it's just 3 hunts and there might be new stuff ahead. For now, though, thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of Monster Hunter Wilds. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I see you all in the next video or episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.